If you're ready to tone and strengthen your core, then this routine is for you. What's up, guys? I hope you're ready to hop right into this 8-minute of abs with Aramis, because we're going to walk right out into our high plank, starting with knee taps. Bringing your left knee to your elbow and down to your wrist for about 10 reps. Be sure to keep your shoulders over top of your wrists, engaging your core and your glutes. Focusing once again, and as always, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's go ahead and switch. Doing the same thing with the right knee, bringing it to the elbow and down to the floor. You should really feel this in your lower abdomen. And again, be sure to keep those shoulders right on top of the wrist. After this, we're just gonna hold a quick 10-second high plank, focusing on that breath, focusing on good form. Make sure that core is tight, legs are straight, glutes are engaged, and we're gonna hop right into some fast-paced side-to-side mountain climbers where you bring your opposite knee to the opposite arm. Adding this side-to-side motion in your mountain climbers just allows you to target more of your obliques. Let's go ahead and come on out of that, sliding onto your glutes, bringing your feet in front of you. We're gonna lean on back into a hollow body position, and you are just going to hold this. Be rounded. Your feet and shoulders should be off of the ground. Your glutes and your back should be flat on the ground. Once you've mastered that hollow hold position, you're gonna go ahead and do 10 tuck-ins where you bring your knees into your chest. Option to grab your knees at the top, and you're going to open back up into the hollow hold at the bottom. Be sure to keep everything tight, again, keeping that spine rounded so there is no arch in the lower back. There should be no back pain on these, and if there is, you are doing something wrong. Let's go ahead and hold a 10-second boat hold where you're just going to go ahead and keep your arms even with your legs. It's kind of like a modified hollow hold position. Great for a quick core burner after that hold and those tuck-ins we did. Let's go ahead and roll back on up over to our stomach this time. You're going to go into a superwoman-like position, lifting your arms and legs off the ground, keeping your arms by your ears and your feet together. You want to ensure that you are squeezing your glutes, engaging your abs, and targeting your lower back here. This is a great drill to strengthen your back. So if you are someone who has a lot of back pain, it could be because you're really flexible there. So maybe you just got to strengthen that area a little bit. Again, really focus on your form here because it's easy to accidentally relax and allow your feet to come apart. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes and keeping those ankles together. Come on out of this position for a second and interlace your fingers behind your head, going directly into arch ups. So you're going to go right back into that hollow hold position, but instead of keeping your arms up by your ears, we modified it and put our arms behind our head. So really focus here on the arch, squeezing your glutes up at the top and finishing with one last hold. Let's go ahead and transition on out of that into our high plank position once again for another knee tap variation. This time we're just going to bring our knees directly to the floor, keeping our feet pressed to the ground. We're going to do about 10 taps on each side, so just be sure to focus on your breath. And once again, be sure to keep those shoulders directly over the wrist so you feel the most in the abs. Again, shoulders over the wrist so you actually target your abs. I know we get tired and we push our shoulders behind our wrist, but do this with good form if you really want to see the results. Let's go ahead and go on down into our forearm plank, and you're going to do the same thing, but this time you have to do 20 on each side, so have fun, really fight through this. I'm sure your shoulders are burning right now, and if not, go you. You are a champion warrior. I love it. But if you are like me and your shoulders are burning and on fire, just focus on your breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you're in a lot of pain and you got to keep going, just remind yourself of what your goals are. You got this, okay? This is just a nice summer bod ab toning workout. And look at you, just like that, you finished another exercise. So we are transitioning to the next. Go ahead and sit over onto your glutes and hop into these Russian twists with your heels off the ground, reaching your arms from side to side. Obviously, focusing on the twist here, so we really target that toning aspect in our core. If you want to tone, twists are amazing, and let's go ahead and finish strong with a quick boat holding burner, just for a few more seconds, and come on down, bringing your heels to the floor and your back to the ground. We are once again going to target our side oblique muscles, reaching for your heels. I will just call these heel taps, but growing up I called them penguins because they made me feel like a penguin. Really be sure to crunch when you tap your heels, and if you don't feel your abs working, then try bringing your feet farther away from your glutes. That way you actually have to reach farther. Do whatever you got to do to feel the burn here. Make sure your shoulders are rounded and off the floor. Try to keep your chin tucked. That way you really focus on crunching the upper abs as well. Let's go ahead and transition again. And now we're going to move on to a side plank. So where we can target one shoulder and oblique at a time. You're going to push up onto your right forearm. Make sure you stack your feet on top of each other and just hold this strong side plank variation with your arms reaching up towards the sky or the ceiling, wherever you may be. Be sure to keep your glutes and core engaged. Next, we're going to move on to some hip dips. Do about 10 of these. You can either focus on small dips or try to bring your hips all the way down to the ground. Wherever you are today is perfectly fine. Just make sure you're pushing yourself, okay? But as always, focus on good form. Hold this for just a few more seconds. And let's come on out and just transition right over onto that left forearm. Once again, bringing that right arm up to the sky or ceiling, wherever you may be. And I gotta say, this view is just amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying this sunset with me. Shout out to Venice Beach, my most favorite place on earth. It's my home away from home. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into these hip dips. Once again, 10 on your left side, squeezing your glutes at the top. You really want to pinch those obliques. So get those hips up high if you really want to make the most out of this exercise. Hold for a few more seconds at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Make sure your feet are stacked. And let's transition over to a forearm plank position where you are now going to be doing hip dips, bringing your hips from left to right. Once again, a great toning exercise for your whole abdomen wall, so you should be feeling the burn everywhere. Squeeze those glutes to protect the lower spine. Make sure those shoulders are on top of the elbows. Just a few more reps, and let's hold at the top. Make sure you have good form here. We're only going to hold this for a few more seconds. And for what it's worth, there's only one more exercise left, so go ahead and hop out of this plank, bring your knees to the floor, sitting back to your glutes, and now bringing your feet in front of you. We're going to hop into that hollow hold position one last time for 15 seconds of scissor kicks where you bring your feet up and down, alternating your legs, ensuring that strong core and a rounded spine. Again, if you feel an arch in your back when you are doing hollow holds, you are doing them wrong. And if that's the case, go ahead and leave a comment so I can help you fix your form. But let's go ahead and rock on up into a seated crisscross position and just finish strong with a quick seated cat-cow stretch where you arch and round your spine, just getting some blood flow back into those abs of yours that you just crunched for about 8 minutes. You guys killed it. So go ahead and finish with just about 1 or 2 more deep breaths. And I'm going to say my goodbyes, reaching up tall and just embracing how I feel right now. I feel happy. I feel strong. I feel accomplished that I did this. And I feel extremely grateful to be here filming these videos with you guys, watching this sunset with you guys, and just living our best lives. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. And as always, subscribe, like, comment, and come back for more. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.